What's going on, guys? Dylan Conrad, DC Fitness. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about Lizzo, her reaction to gaining weight on the scale, celebrating it. But before I get into that, if you're listening to this on Spotify, iTunes, please like, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, subscribe. It all helps the algorithm. Of course, as always, my goal is to help more people like you, and the more people can help, the better off the world is. So anyway, so Lizzo, if you didn't hear, she gained weight after the new year, and she stepped on the scale and she did like this dance in the bathroom, and it's going viral. And you're probably not going to like my reaction to this. You might try to cancel me. You might just be like up in arms, be like, wow, this guy's an idiot, doesn't know what he's doing. But my reaction is I am totally on board with this and her celebrating her weight gain. Obviously, if you're unfamiliar who Lizzo is, she is a recording artist. She has a million amazing songs, but she is for the body positivity movement, which when it initially started was supposed to be a movement geared towards obese and morbidly obese men and women, and celebrating their bodies and being positive and not getting shamed by anyone or the public. What it's turned into is body positivity for everyone. So I think, that whole movement is great, but you need to specify who, is part of this body positivity movement, and who this is for. But anyways, I'm going to digress here. So why I love that she stepped on the scale, gained weight, and had a positive reaction, because depending on what your relationship is with the scale, and I know a lot of our moms that we coach, they don't have the greatest relationship with the scale. And just, what your relationship with food is like too. And those two obviously want to be taken into account. But anytime you step on the scale, whether you see progress or you don't see progress on the day before, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't be looking at it that way. But you should have a positive reaction, because every time that you have a negative reaction, it's going to associate this whole journey with with negativity, right? You're going to be grinding and just hating life and just looking at this progress and the change in your health as something negative. And we don't want to do that, right? And so the other thing is, if we're being negative about what we're seeing on the scale, we're in a fixed mindset, right? Instead of a growth mindset. And as a coach, I try to always get my clients out of a fixed mindset. What I mean by that is focusing on the end result, right? Focusing on the results of how you look in the mirror, what your weight is showing, your health markers. Those are the end result. I want to go more into a growth mindset on the leading indicators, the habits that are going to affect that. Did you take 20 minutes to eat your meals today? Were you really mindful of how the food tasted? Did you get some physical activity or some walking in today? Those are the leading indicators that are going to lead to that end result. And that's what we always want to focus on. Is getting into the growth mindset. The other reason I like having this is because, I have my clients weigh themselves every single day, and this is hotly debated by everyone whether we should be doing this or not. And my answer is that we want to get our clients so desensitized to that number on the scale when they step on it daily. And the more we can do it, the more desensitized they're going to get. They're not going to have as much of a reaction psychologically to stepping on the scale. The other reason we haven't stepped on the scale is because you're going to fluctuate every single day. Water, inflammation, and that's going to be on, if you're not sleeping well, if your hormones, and as a mom, are going all over the place, and a lot of different factors are going to affect your water and your inflammation that are not going to be related to you gaining body fat. So that's why I have everyone step on the scale every single day, and I assess averages from week to week. And what this does is it gives us actually delayed gratification. So we usually step on the scale, negative or positive reaction, right, that day, because we're basing it on the previous day. But if we're getting you any delayed reaction to it by saying, oh, you can't actually compare this until you have 2 weeks data, it really detaches us from the whole system. So I love that she celebrated on the scale. I love that she's part of the body positivity movement. I love the body positivity movement. I do believe the body positivity movement should be for everyone. Obviously, as an obese or morbidly obese person, you are more greatly affected by it for sure. Like I've had people come up to me and be like, oh, beach muscles, and like make fun of my muscles and like make fun of me for being super lean, which is, whatever. It's like all jokes and fun. And I'm not obviously that offended, but still it's like, it's saying shit to anyone about that. Like your body is just, it's a weird thing, right? It's annoying. But yeah, so I think that the positivity movement is great. I think there should be like a separate body positivity movement that is like geared towards like obese and morbidly obese men and women. That's just my take on that. So what I hope you guys get out of this is, the relationship with the scale, the relationship with food obviously needs to be taken into account. But looking at the scale as an objective measurement and creating a positive relationship with the scale, whatever that number is, obviously that is like not an innate reaction, right? We want to react to it. And it's still going to be there from time to time. It's not perfect, but the more you can go in conscious of it and step on the scale and have a positive reaction or detach yourself to that scale number, the better off you're going to do long term, and the more it's going to make this sustainable instead of like, it's going to make it more sustainable instead of like having that fixed end of road mindset. Like, oh, I can't wait until I get then and I'm going to change everything in my lifestyle and not do this anymore. Right? No, that's not the case. We're going to continue to do this. Last thing, I want to add this in, I totally forgot, is if we are having a negative reaction every time we don't see the scale move or see it go up, like what's going to happen when you get to your end goal? Right? Like you're eventually going to get to your end goal body composition. Like what's going to happen then? You're going to be like, oh, I'm here, I'm pissed, like, because I'm not moving at all. It's like, you're not supposed to. You're already like where you need to be. And obviously this slows down as you get closer and closer to the number. So it's like, if we have that mindset, it's not going to be conducive to long-term success and just long-term positive relationship towards it. So hope this helps. I love you, Lizzo, for doing your dance in the bathroom after gaining weight. Obviously, I'm pro body positivity for everyone to love their body. I feel like wherever you are, whatever that shape is, size is, I am pro celebrating your body wherever you're at. I do, however, feel like you, this is all research, and obviously there's been research against this, and it's all like quack science that's coming out against this, but you are going to be healthier at a lower body composition. And not just that, not just like the health indicators and how long you're going to live, but I think we can all agree it feels a lot better to be leaner than it does to have more body fat. And I'm not just talking about like how you feel when you look in the mirror. I'm talking about how you feel when like you're doing activities of daily living. Like if you're walking up the stairs and getting winded, if you're like sweating way more than you're used to because you're having extra body fat, if you're like having a hard time getting in and out of your car, tying your shoes, just like even just how you feel in clothes, right? Those things need to be taken into account, and I think we can all agree that it does feel better to be leaner than it does to have extra body fat. So celebrate your body, right? Love your body, but also it is okay for you to want it to be healthier and change your body composition to make it healthier. So I'll leave with that. Love y'all. Happy New Year. Sign up for coaching, dcfitness.la. We got our 90-day metabolic mama program always going on, and all the other programs. Love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day.